Soccer as we welcome in, Greg Ruttler from Stockton men's soccer coach. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Talk about your squad a little bit here. You're off to 11-3-1 start overall, 4-1-1 in the NJAC, and really 6-1-1 at home. So you guys have been getting it done there in Galloway Township.
Yeah, the team's doing great so far this season. We've got a little bit of an older team with 9 seniors this year, and then a large junior class beneath them that all have seen a lot of time over the last 3 and 4 years, respectively. And we've got a nice mix of young players that have come in the last season and a half that have helped us out. And it's just built to win this year, and the guys have done a great job. They focused on every game individually and not overlooked anybody this year. And the team's just doing really well and excited to play each game and looking forward to, closing out the season and what is possibly in the future for us.
What were your expectations coming into this year? Did you think you had the type of squad that could get off to this kind of start and really be one of the top teams in the NJAC?
Yeah, I mean, we were confident in this team because of how many games everybody has seen. We only have 3 freshmen on the team this year. All 3 are doing terrific, but we do have an older team, so we were confident. We didn't really put any expectations on it in front of the team, but myself and assistant coaches Pat Tolomeo and John Capico obviously had expectations for the season that we keep in-house between the 3 of us. But the guys are doing great. Being 4-1-1 in the NJAC is a good place to be right now, tied for second. The NJAC on the men's soccer side this year is extremely tough. There's 6 teams, actually 7 teams, still battling for the 6th place, 6 places in the playoff NJAC tournament. So it's still very much up for grabs. All the way from 1st place to 6th place. So we're always battling to the last day of the season. So we had expectations. We didn't try and force too much onto the team. We just wanted them to play and take each game as it is, and they've done a terrific job of doing that.
Now you're taking on Farmingdale State College today at 2 p.m. at home. This got to be a great time of year. You've kind of seen through the first 5 or 6 weeks of the season what you have and what you are and what you're not. How excited are you for the next couple weeks to really see what this team can do?
Yeah, we're really excited. We had a really good win on the road Wednesday against Rowan. Tough conference game on the road always. As you said, we have Farmingdale today, our last at-a-conference game, and then we finish the season Monday at William Patterson, and then the following Saturday, Kane at home, and then we wrap it up with Rutgers Camden on the road. We're really excited to finish out the year and see where we fall in place in the conference tournament. But with 3 games left, there's so many variables and so many different scenarios that can play out. So we're going to continue to try and take it one game at a time, continue to climb up the standings in the NJAC, and by the end of the year, hopefully have a solid enough record to potentially grab one of those first 2 spots to get a bye in the first round of the NJAC. And we'll just go from there. But, yeah, we're really excited to close out the season, but we're going to continue to take it one at a time, and it seems to be working, and we're looking forward to today's game.
Oh, come on. You're laying that coach speak on me?
First year. I don't want to get close to too many things here. First year head coach. I gotta keep it in line with what I've been preaching to the guys all year.
What'd you look up the coach speech dictionary there online or something?
Hey, I've been here. This is my 10th year here. I've learned a lot of tricks.
There you go.
Former coach Jeff Haynes. So I've learned a lot of tricks, and I'm going to stick to that.
All right, sticking to your guns. I like it. Talk about your keeper, Bobby Vargas, Tom's of Reese graduate. Got 7 shutouts so far. I know you've had some other guys get some minutes in goal. That's got to be such a luxury to have a couple guys there that can really nail things down in the net.
Yeah, we've actually got 3 terrific goalies, and that makes my job a little bit harder. But Bobby's been the guy for us for a little over 3 years now. He's terrific. He's a Toms River guy that has been in the program now. Actually, his 5th year. He missed a year early in his career with a shoulder injury, so he's a 5th-year senior. He's been around the block. He's seen a lot of games for us. He's really starting in the last 2 weeks here really to pick his game up. I mean, he's been very good all year, but in the last 2 weeks here, we're really starting to see what Bobby Vargas is capable of. We've gone 4.5 games without giving up a goal. And obviously that starts from the forwards all the way down to the goalie, but Bobby's obviously our anchor in the back there. And we've got full confidence in Bobby in goal every time we step out on the field, and all our goalies, but Bobby's been terrific. He gives us that, confidence where we can use him when we have the ball. He's terrific with his feet, and we know, he's capable of making the big-time save when we need him to. So he's been terrific. I don't know if we'd be where we are without him. We're very fortunate to have him this year as a fifth-year senior with all his leadership abilities. But he's been terrific, and we're very fortunate to have him.
Now you have a local product, one of your freshmen, Stephen Chbosky from Vineland. Talk about him a little bit. I know some of the soccer fans around here know of him and what he can do. He was one of the top players in the Cape Atlantic League last year. How has he assimilated himself into the college game?
Steven's been terrific. He's played in 14 of 15 games for us. He hasn't started any, only because we're very deep at that position, that forward position, and he's such a spark off the bench with his abilities, both physically and his technical ability. He's got 4 goals for us this year, 3 of them being game winners. Most recently, he had the game winner in the 1-0 victory over Rowan on Wednesday. He's been terrific. He's going to be a great 4-year player here. He's going to be a starter here very shortly. But he's been a terrific teammate. He's accepted his role, and he knows his time's going to come in each game, in each half. And when he gets out there, he's a game changer. He's so dynamic. His energy is high. His athleticism is through the roof. He understands the game, when to make forward runs, when to help out on defense. When the ball's at his feet, he's electric. He makes things happen. He's very unselfish for being a guy that's so used to scoring goals. We're very fortunate to have Steven here this year as a freshman, and he's going to do big things over 4 years, and he's already really started. The 3 goals, the 3 game winners are extremely important to us. And again, another guy that, maybe an unsung hero this year because of all the guys that we have throwing up numbers like Bobby Vargas with the goals against, and Anthony Calafranza with all the goals that he scores, and, big names like Clevin McPherson and Bobby Spracklam. But Chbosky's been very important to us with the 4 goals, 3 game winners, and we're very fortunate to have him. We're very excited to see what he's capable of doing over 4 years, and he's gotten better since day one of preseason, and it's a testament to his hard work and the fact that he's coachable and he wants to learn and he wants to be the best player possible. So we're lucky to have Steven for sure.
We're talking with Greg Ruttler, Stockton University men's soccer coach. Got a game against Farmingdale State College today at 2 p.m. in Galloway. Get out there and check him out if you can. Coach, how much do you keep track of the Cape Atlantic League? I've written about this in Glory Days magazine a few times this year about the level of boys soccer around here, and there's so many really good teams. You got the Prep, EHT, Pleasantville's really coming on strong. Teams like Middle Township, and even teams like Oakcrest and Absegami that don't have sparkling records. They're a little bit around that 500 mark, but they've got some real good players. How much do you turn your attention to recruiting locally and trying to snare some of these guys and keep them at home?
Yeah, it's very important to us. When we look at recruiting, myself and my 2 assistants, we start in-house and with the local kids, and then we try and branch out from there. But we're very in tune to what's going on in the Cape Atlantic League. We understand the traditional powerhouses that are in the league, but we also know that this is an area that even if there's a team struggling in the Cape, that there's still talent on those teams. So we try not to just recruit the perennial powerhouses. We try and get out to all their games. We actually made it a point this year to move our practices up earlier in the day so we can get out and watch high school games when they're being played. In the past, we've always had practice during the times when the high schools play. So we've moved that up this year to get practice done earlier in the day so we can get out and watch the Cape Atlantic League teams, because they're all so accessible to us and with their proximity. So we're very excited to have the Cape Atlantic League right in our back door, and we definitely get out to as many games as possible. And we know that there's a lot of solid players in the league, and we definitely have our eye on quite a few of them.
How much do your guys, these are college kids, how much time do they spend playing FIFA video soccer?
Quite a bit. If they're going to play video games, that's the video game that I try and push on them. It gets them to stay in tune with the game. It gets them to think, to be honest with you. FIFA can actually be a little bit of a coaching tool.
Really?
When they're playing each other. They're playing each other, and there's a lot of bragging rights when those guys get the FIFA stick going. But to be honest with you, when they pick a team and their opponent picks a team and they start changing the lineups, they start changing the formations, they start to look at it from a coaching perspective. And I actually think it helps them out when they see me making moves and changes with our lineup and with our formation. I'm not saying they're going to become coaches overnight by playing a video game, but I think it does give them a little bit of perspective on where the coaching staff's coming from. When you play a particular team with a particular style, you might need to change your thought process going into that game, and not always to suit the other team or because of the other team, but we're always going to put our team in the best position to win each game, and even if that is changing our lineup or our formation. And it's funny, they see it in the game, and they played it a lot in preseason. I actually enjoyed watching those guys play each other in the downtime and seeing the strategy that comes. Some of them have zero strategy, and those guys usually lose the game a lot. But that's the game that I try and get them to play. If they're going to play video games, they might as well play FIFA.
Yeah, interesting take from a college coach. I guess this day and age, you kind of have to adjust to, the way these kids grew up, and it's such a big part of their lives. This technology age, and I'm sure you use other uses of technology in terms of iPads and all this stuff. In terms of watching film, I know a lot of the high schools, and even you see this on the pro level, pro football. They used to send the Polaroids down, and have notebooks full of Polaroids. Now they're on iPads.
Yeah, I mean, you can't fight technology, that's for sure. So we have to embrace it, and we have to use it to our advantage. Everybody else is going to, so we have to as well. And yeah, I mean, they're not going to stop playing video games, these kids. So we might as well embrace the game, and we might as well get something out of it while we're doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool that you use it as a coaching tool almost.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing the game, and instead of looking at it from just the player, and this is just my job. They got 11 little guys on their team, and they're putting them in positions to win games. And like I said, some of the guys on the team are actually really good at it, and some of them don't put any thought into it, and they get beat pretty badly in the game, and they got to deal with that for a couple weeks with the razzing that goes on with our team. But anytime we could find coaching in anything we do, we try and get the team to look at it that way, and I think it's a pretty strong tool.
Nice. Good luck today, Coach, against Farmingdale State College, 2 p.m. in Galloway. Appreciate you taking a few minutes with us this morning. We'll catch up to you down the line.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your interest in the program. We really appreciate it.
No problem. Thanks, Coach.
All right. Take care.
That was Coach Greg Ruttler, the Stockton University men's soccer team. Big game today over there at Galloway. If you got a chance to head out there, they're 11-3-1 overall, so doing some great things in the NJAC.